moving forward as well. I think that one of the hallmarks of civilization is to measure how actively we are engaged, both with people in our own community and with people around the world. Sometimes we can make much of international borders, and sometimes we forget how artificially they've been constructed. We're all brothers and sisters in this planet, and when somebody needs support and love and assistance, whether it's here in the inner city of Hamilton or whether it's in Liberia, we should think about them, and we should think about how we can do this. And somehow we are witnessing an era, in many respects, on one hand, of rising crises, famine, the displacement of refugees is greater today than any time since the Holocaust. And yet with the rise of the crisis among people who are risking death, crossing seas, risking drowning at sea in order to find safety, hopefully somewhere away from war and bombs and almost certain death if they stay where they've come from. At the same time they're witnessing the rise of this crisis, we're also witnessing, sadly, the rise of hate. We've seen the rise of hate in this country. We've seen it among our southern neighbor. We've most certainly seen it manifested most overtly among politicians of rising prominence in Europe, in the Netherlands, in France, and in other countries. So I think that those of us who care about humanity and care about our brothers and sisters here and around the planet face an increasing obligation to think about how we can support each other in our time of need, and not only to be thinking of famine and crisis, but also to be thinking of the investment of support in social infrastructures such as libraries and learning centers. I've been involved for about 35 years as a volunteer, and I'm now an honorary patron of a group called Crossroads International. It's a non-profit, non-government group based out of Toronto and Montreal. And as I was a young man, black father, white mother, I'm a son of immigrants. My parents came here as immigrants from the United States as they couldn't live together interracially in the South, where they married in '53. As I was entering my late adolescence and early adulthood, I wanted to sort of get a better sense of who I was, including to connect with my own roots in the African diaspora. I certainly wasn't finding that much in Don Mills, Ontario, where I grew up in the 1960s. And so I started, I reached out and began to assert myself and to move into the black community in